It's your boy Nugun in the house, back with another Arsenal news episode where, ladies and gentlemen, we've got some really awesome news for you guys as always. Yeah, I keep saying you that because I just wanted you to get interested about the news that I'm going to throw on your pathway. Because Mikel Arteta, in a pre-match press conference against Fulham, came up all guns blazing about the youngsters, about the chances, about Nicola Pepe. Is he ready? Is he still in the transition phase? Can he get the excuse that this league is still new for him? We're going to talk about that. We're also going to talk about Alex Lacazette, what Martin Keown thinks about him. We're also going to talk about how things have actually changed for Alex Renarson. And Paul Scholes has made a prediction for the finals of the Europa League as well. So let's just not waste any more time. So the first news that we got here is about Arteta was asked whether there is any movement on a new deal for Alex Lacazette. He says yes, that he recovers today and on Sunday he scores more goals. The implication from this is coming from Sky Football. He says they say the implication from Arteta is that Balogun could spare Arsenal the expense of needing to dip into the transfer market in search of an external solution this summer. Arteta says, for me, if we want to strengthen our position and we need to recruit somebody, first of all, we have to look in our academy. It's part of the DNA of the club and we have to do that. If we have that product in our club, let's bring him in. But he has to have the right qualities, the right mentality and character to do so. If not, we have to go and try to find him. Now talking about Aubameyang, Arteta says Oba is a really big part of our team and a really important player in our squad and he will continue to be so. You need those players in your team to be successful and that is not going to change overnight because we are winning 1 or 2 games without him. Aubameyang is now at home according to ESPN, recovering and yet to train with the first team since leaving hospital. Sources have told ESPN that although Arteta has not ruled him out of contention against Fulham, next Friday's match against Everton is a more realistic return date for Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. And talking about Gabriel Martinelli, Arteta says, sometimes he won't understand my decisions, but the only reason I make those decisions is to help him. So that when he gets the chance to sprint, he can sprint, and when he falls, he goes again. I want a long run with him, not just a short one, and he's in a better place now. He came back in and he had an impact, but there were still a lot of things that we had to work on with him. He needs time. He is so willing and so anxious that it can block his development sometimes as well. And talking about Saka, he says, Saka makes a lot of good decisions because he is such an intelligent player who can read situations, and after that, of course, he has the ability to execute them the right way, and that's obviously a big quality. It took me a while to figure him out. That's why I tried him to play in different positions to see how he reacted. I want to test his character as well because he was playing as a left back, and I know it wasn't his ideal position, but he had to go through that period. And talking about Folarin Balogun, there was only one thing to say about Folarin Balogun. He says, Balogun's a very, very hungry boy. He wants to do everything. He wants to practice more every single day. He will be pushing anybody in our first team to get his spot. And that's exactly what we want. He's got the chance. Now it's time for him to prove himself. We have to give him the right support, which he will get. And then it's up to him and what he does on the pitch. He has his unique qualities as a striker. His speed and the way he holds the ball. He's a real goal threat and he works tremendously hard. So Mikel Arteta, with these praising words, and of course the news that is actually coming out that we have already made him sign a new deal, is actually opening up about a lot of things. Also about Martinelli. We already spoke about that Martinelli situation. So ladies and gentlemen, Arsenal in the FA Youth Cup have qualified for the quarterfinals of the FA Youth Cup. They beat West Ham 3-1. The goals from Omari Hutchinson, an open play and a penalty, and Edwards scoring a goal, and Mubama for West Ham scored one. So they win 3-1 and they march towards the quarterfinals. I'm really sorry about that. But moving on, talking about better stuffs, let's talk about Alex Lacazette. So Martin Keown has opened up about Alex Lacazette. He says Martin Keown about Alex Lacazette has only one thing to say, and it's actually really positive. He says that he's doing things in a much better way than before. That's Arteta on Lacazette. Martin Keown says, I think he does a really good job with all of those youngsters around him. He just leads by example with his performances on the pitch at the moment. And according to Chris Wheatley, midfield is one area that Arsenal are looking to strengthen, but it's clear the priority positions are right back, left back and attacking midfield. So minimum 3 players. I'd say we'd get more. I think we should get more. Moving on, so let's talk about the man of the year. Let's talk about Nicola Pepe because Arteta is backing Pepe to shine at Arsenal after change in mindset. Arsenal manager says the striker's period of adaptation is over. He needs to have the right mindset and consistency. Now, Mikel Arteta says he has detected a change in Nicola Pepe's mindset and the forward would have no excuses when looking to explain any inconsistency in the future. He says, I think he needed to do that when asked about Pepe's mentality. He says, he needed a period of adaptation and that is gone now. So we cannot rely on adaptation again. Now it is about performance and he can do it. He has got the players to support him, a manager that trusts him. He has got all the staffs that are willing to help him. He has got all the staff that are actually willing to help him and all the teammates who really like him because he is a really likable character. So there are no excuses. Arteta also says that he needs to have a right mindset and consistency to do what he can do because that is the level we are going to ask of him. The level I am asking of him, if it is something below that, he is not going to play. But if he does what he can do, he will have a big chance to play because he has incredible ability. Well, Arsenal's forward options currently for going against Scott Parker's side, it looks like Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang might be fit, but let's see how Arsenal are going to go for it because Sunday afternoon is the game, and ladies and gentlemen, I think Pepe can come all guns blazing. No Aubameyang, I think that will really cause a bit of strain on the playing 11, but let's see. We have to adapt to it. Moving on, so Alex Runarsson, Arsenal goalkeeper, confirmed on Instagram that his partner Asdis is pregnant with their second child. He actually puts the caption, "Our little family will be growing in size." Well, I would just say congratulations to both of them. That is beautiful news. May you guys prosper together and love you guys. That's what I'm going to say. That's all that I've got. So moving on, so Paul Scholes has made a prediction about the Europa League finals. He believes that Arsenal and Manchester United might reach the finals. Now, Paul Scholes thinks that Arsenal are too much for their semi-final opponents Villarreal. Paul Scholes thinks Arsenal will progress into the Europa League final from this end, and of course Roma will be dumped out for Manchester United, making into the finals. So Paul Scholes says, former Manchester United star has backed Arsenal to get in Gdansk. He says that would be great. Arsenal playing against United, you'd fancy United to win that. Any team left in this competition, they wouldn't worry about it. Scholes then brought up Arsenal and Arteta's recent performance in major finals. He says, the one thing Arsenal do have is the experience of winning a big game. They beat City in an FA Cup final with Arteta. What? Is he drunk? We beat Chelsea in the finals of the FA Cup. FA Cup final. Now, if he's considering semi-final as one of the finals, as they consider the finals, yeah, in an FA Cup final. So my bad, I got it wrong. He also added that they've not been great this year, but that would worry you slightly. I still think United will win it though. Yep, the United blood has to open. Yes, it has to. Yes. So yes, the United guy has already opened up about it. But moving on, so Eduardo Camavinga. So if you know, Arsenal are rivaling United and Real Madrid in Eduardo Camavinga pursuit. Arsenal are reportedly vying with Real Madrid and Manchester United for the signature of Eduardo Camavinga. According to a report in Spanish publication Marca, the race to sign Camavinga keeps heating up, with Arsenal the latest club to be linked with the 18-year-old French protege. The Stade Rennais midfielder is also being tailed by Real Madrid and Manchester United. Now, suffice to say that 18-year-old has been noticed by some of the biggest clubs in the world, who are also keen on signing him last summer, but before he stayed put at Roazhon Park. Now, the ongoing campaign, though, has been a slow one for him, but his stock has still not been affected, with the likes of Real Madrid, Manchester United and Arsenal, among others, interested in him. The 16-year-old is wanted. Talking about Real Madrid, they have been hot on trails for him because heading into the summer's window, Loblanco's continued interest is completely justified, with Luka Modric and Toni Kroos both on the wrong side of 30. So even though Federico Valverde has been touted to be the bright future at the club, the fact that Isco is said to be offloaded means Real Madrid need to be in the market for a midfield reinforcement. Dani Ceballos, Odegaard, you know what is happening around with them as well. So it looks like that is going to be the case. Moving on, so let's talk about another player. Jack Grealish has a release clause in his Aston Villa contract that Man City are prepared to trigger this summer. Arsenal bound Arsenal linked Jack Grealish. According to Football Insider, the news is that the Premier League leaders are exploring the costs of signing Grealish after making the England international their top summer transfer target. Now he's actually signed fresh terms last September, keeping him at Villa until 2025. But it looks like their City have been made aware of a release clause contained within the deal. I did not even realize he had one, but whatever it is. So, with this, we end this episode. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you seek daily Arsenal content, best place to be, consider subscribing. I will see you in the next one. Cheers.